Parliament SCOPA chairperson Themba Godi says government needs to employ similar steps it took in Limpopo and put corrupt departments in other provinces under administration. And as students battle for a place at institutions of higher learning, some fall victim to scams run by fly-by-night colleges. I'm Richard Brooks. Parliament's SCOPA chairperson Themba Godi says government needs to employ similar steps it took in Limpopo and put corrupt departments in other provinces under administration. Godi says last year close to 21 billion rands nationally was spent unauthorized by some departments in the country. Only 3 provinces had some of their departments placed under administration. Godi explains.
SCOPA would want to see government implementing this in all the provinces, because in the past year we have about 21 billion rands in unauthorized expenditure, irregular expenditure, as well as fruitless and wasteful expenditure. And if we don't act against all cases of maladministration, it might give impressions that Limpopo is being targeted for political reasons.
As students battle for a place at institutions of higher learning, some fall victim to scams run by fly-by-night colleges. Higher Education and Training Minister Bladen Zamande has appealed to students to be vigilant when choosing higher education institutions. Last year, police operations resulted in scores of unregistered private FET colleges being shut down. Zamande says if students want to confirm the credentials of an institution, they can phone the department's toll-free number on 0800 87 2222.
We are then wanting to say to the students, the parents and communities and society as a whole, please help us that when you identify such colleges, go and report them to the police, or if you want to check, you can check with our own department as to whether a particular college is registered, and if it is registered, for what programs, because we really want to stamp out this criminal behavior of trying to exploit the desperate situation of many of our students who want to access post-school education or training.
Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan has warned that the ANC will face a crisis if it does not deliver to the masses. He was speaking at a ceremony to change an ANC ward in Midrand to the Liliesleaf Farm branch. Gordhan says party members need to reflect on what is needed to ensure that the ANC remains a force for another 100 years. He says organizations survive on their ability to deliver and not on reputation.
The legitimacy of a state doesn't exist because a constitution exists. A legitimacy of a state exists because the state earns its legitimacy every single day. And so if you lose legitimacy, you lose the right to demand of citizens that they do what they need to do as their obligations as citizens in a state.